Good morning and welcome to BeefLink TV, your daily dose of industry information. This morning I'm joined by Claudia Carley. Claudia works for BT and we're here today to talk about the future of cargo collection and delivery at Heathrow Airport. But first things first, thank you so much for joining us, Claudia.
Thanks for having me.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, so good morning everyone. I am Claudia Carley. I work for BT and a major part of my role is working on AIS. Just to add another acronym in the world of cargo, AIS stands for Advanced Information System.
And can you tell us a little bit more about AIS and why do we need it?
So AIS is a web portal that can be used by transit shed operators, agents, hauliers, forwarders to pre-announce their data that they're turning up to London Heathrow, and it's used at Manchester as well. But I'll focus on Heathrow for today. Yep. So the transport provider will put their truck movement onto the system. They'll pre-announce their data and they'll send it to the sheds like Donata, Air Canada, WFS, just to name a few. And in that truck movement data, what they put in there is the driver's ID, the driver's phone number, the airway bill, the pieces and weights. So it's all information that the sheds want and need, and it's useful to them. So they can look at things like who they've got working, how many people they need for that day. And what the sheds have done in order to sort of thank people for pre-announcing their truck movements, a lot of the sheds, they give priority service. Okay. So if they turn up, the driver turns up to either the gatehouse or the kiosk, they give their data over and a lot of it is already there. So it saves the people at the gatehouse or the reception typing all of that information in. So it's all pre-announced. Yep. And in return for that, they get priority service, which it's great. If anyone who's been to Heathrow, they can see how congested and busy it can get.
Makes it more efficient by the sounds of it too.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that is pre-announced to the sheds for them to then use. The driver gets seen quicker, but also what's great is that the person who's inputted that data sees status updates. So a lot of the sheds use handheld terminals. Okay. So a lot of the updates are in real time. So they can see driver called to reception, driver called to doors.
Every step of the journey.
Every step is on there, which is just fantastic. Because when I first started on the project, they're constantly ringing at the sheds and where's my, what's going on? And we've taken that away. And I think from sort of BT CCS-UK, everybody at the London Heathrow are our customer. And if we can do something that helps improve that communication and visibility, and it just opens all of that up for everybody, then we're doing the great service for all of our customers. Yeah. And that for me is what it's all about. And for CCS-UK customers, it's included in their membership.
Sure.
So they don't have to pay any more to have access to it. It's a web portal that they can log into. And for non-CCS-UK customers, there is a small fee for it, but that's mainly just there's a contract in place, but they can benefit from it as well. And so we've got majority of the sheds at Heathrow are using it. And it's to get more and more people on board so they can pre-announce their truck movements to the sheds. And then we've added layers to it. So the more and more people that use it, obviously the more and more we'll enhance it. We very much listen to our customers and think, it would be great if it could do that. Yeah, great if it could do this. Yeah. So we've added things to, one of the things is called eCollect, which is to increase the security of a collection. So that comes the QR code on a mobile phone now. Yep. We can text it from the system to the driver, so they can just turn up at the gatehouse or the kiosk and scan it, and it brings up their truck movement. So again, and then it asks the sheds to say, does the vehicle registration match what's on the collection note? Does the driver's ID match? All of that good stuff. And then you think, right, okay, well, that's increased the security. Yeah. So that's great for everybody. We're also working with slot booking trials as well at the moment. So we're working with that. The system's got the ability to do that. We've also got a RoRo side of AIS, which you can generate safety and security MRNs. We've integrated with GBMS, so you can integrate, so you can interrogate GVMS and see all the time status of if it's gone to not finalisable. So the system has got a fountain of things that
really
you can
efficient.
do. Yeah, it's great. And I think for me is one of the companies will come to us and say, oh, my driver was at a reception and he got seen first because he'd pre-announced. And he got there. My driver had got there first, but this other driver got taken through and was serviced. And you think, well, that's because they're on AIS, and they're coming to that, and they're seeing that, and the sheds are being more efficient and communicating.
Sure. So that's what's been happening so far.
Yeah.
What's the future plans for AIS?
So the future plans will be we've got eCollect, which we're trialling at the moment. So that's been really successful. So we're looking to add eDeliver as well. Slot bookings is something that we want to enhance, and we're working closely with HAL to implement that. And just working with the community to make sure it's efficient. Absolutely.
And we've got an event coming up next month, I understand.
We do indeed.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so that's on the 24th of October. So we've got lovely Beaver coming. We've got Hal as well, and we've got a panel of guest speakers. So we've sent out an invite, one to introduce AIS to people who might not be aware of it or are aware of it but don't know about the enhancements. For them to come and see what it's all about. Also find out what Hal are going to speak about. And so there's a lot of things going on in the event, but obviously the main part of it is to discuss AIS and get people signed up, and so they can start benefiting from using it as well.
Sure. So our Beef members are welcome to come along to this event.
Absolutely.
As well.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. So you're going to share a link for people to invite themselves onto.
We'll be doing that. I think that's all the questions we've got today, but thank you so much for joining us. It's been really useful to learn and understand about all of that as well, because as you said, it's something that we've been trying to make efficient over quite some time by the sound of it. So we want more and more members to be aware of it and be involved and help contribute towards the efficiencies that you guys are putting in place.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think for us, it is increasing that communication for everybody and making the airport more efficient. And whatever we can do to help with that it's been great. It's been great for me to see from sort of starting on the project and only having 1 or 2 sheds involved with AIS. And now it's got majority of the sheds at the airport are on the system. They're either using it through the web portal or they've integrated their own system to it. So they've really invested money and time into AIS, which shows us their commitment to their customers as well. It's been great seeing it grow and everybody getting a better service or improved service, should I say, at the airport.
Sounds like it's going to be a great event.
Yes, it'd be great.
Claudia, thank you so much for joining us.
No, thanks for having me.
Thank you. As Claudia mentioned, we have an event taking place next month. If you'd like to sign up for that, the link will be in this video's description. That's all for today's episode of Beefling TV, your daily dose of industry information.